Okay, today we're planning to clean a couple kegs, a couple carboys, and walk through that process and how we do it. We've got a sump pump here, a carboy brush, a couple different posts, a carboy drying piece, and a bucket. This is the heart of our pump cleaning system. This is the submersible pump, available at most any hardware stores. The outlet of this pump is a 3/4 garden hose. What I've got is a garden hose to 3/4 adapter. This is a 3/4 threaded T, along with adapters and bushings to get to a 1/2 inch friction pipe, or just a slip-on coupling. This is for the stem of our system. Out the left side here, I've got bushings and adapters down to a 1/4 inch brass barb. That barb goes to a piece of beer line, which goes to another barb, and then the ball lock quick disconnect. So this is the heart of the pump cleaning system. So the primary part of our system, second to the pump, is the bucket. So what we'll plan to do is fill this bucket with water, and we will place this pump inside. So it's a submersible pump. It's going to be underwater. What we've got here, we're going to clean a carboy first. This is for a keg, so we're just going to put that in there and not worry about it. That will just be in the water. I've got my power cord here, and this is a drilled lid. So this is a gasketed lid for this spare bucket. I've got a notch here so that this cord can come out, but that slips right over the post. Put the cord through this notch, and once this is filled with water, it will be able to pump up vertically through this. As I mentioned, we were going to clean a carboy first, so I'm using this drying rack, and I'm going to place it over the bucket. And just on top of that, we will place the carboy. Okay, so we will be using PBW powder brewery wash to clean the inside of this carboy. A couple of things to point out. It's got some instructions here for to clean in place fermenters. It talks about having a water temperature between 100 and 160 degrees. Additionally, on this plastic carboy, it says not to exceed 140 degrees. So I've got some water anywhere between 100 and 140 would work. I'm going to shoot for somewhere in the target middle. I've got water here that's about 127 degrees. I've got 1 gallon measured out, so I'm going to pour the 1 gallon into our bucket directly onto our submersible pump. It's got use here 3/4 ounces per gallon. I'm just going to eyeball it a little bit. I know it won't take much. Sprinkle it right in there. I'm not going to worry about it mixing because it will mix during the cleaning cycle with the submersible pump. Okay, now that we've got our cleaning solution in place, we're going to go ahead and do the assembly just one more time. Get my lid on. Carboy piece, and place the carboy on there. Now we've got our cleaning solution, we've got the mechanical assembly all set up, and this carboy is ready to clean. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I don't have a fancy switch, so I'm just connecting it here. The water's coming up, it's cleaning the inside of the carboy, and it's flowing right back into the bucket. So it's been about 15 minutes. We're going to kill the power on the pump. Take a look at it, and this carboy wasn't too dirty, but as you can see, all of the krausen that would have been built up is gone now. So we've got a pretty clean carboy. It's still warm, but it does need to be rinsed in hot water. So we're going to take the cleaning solution out, replace it with hot water, and then get this one rinsed up. Okay, so this is a keg that I finished just a couple weeks ago. Haven't done anything with it. It's just been sitting outside of the kegerator. We're going to bleed the pressure off of it. I'm going to go ahead and rinse the outside. Got a little bit of dust from the garage there. All right, sounds like all the pressure's out. Pull the lid, and as you can see inside, it's not very clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is rinse this. So just with hose water, I'm going to spin it around, spray down the sides, and just get the bulk of the yeast and anything else that's in there gone. Do a second rinse. Again off the top, just to get the bulk gone. And if you look inside, there's some gunk there there's some gunk down near that dent. That's my goal, is to get that off without having to scrub. You could use a carboy brush like I had earlier, but we are going to use the pump. Okay, so we'll be switching from the carboy to cleaning a keg. I've fished out the T portion here with the ball lock quick disconnect. I'm going to push that through this odd shaped hole in the lid that I've made. Pull it through. Here, get the lid on. I'm going to connect this to the beer out portion. So when we clean the body of the keg through this piece, we'll also be shooting cleaning solution through the dip tube of the liquid side. I'm not worried about the gas side because it's a shorter tube and there'll be enough liquid floating around in here to get that clean. So I'll take it and turn it upside down onto the cleaner, fish all the extra hose through here, and have that fit just like that. Same deal here, just plug it up and let her go. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. We cut the pump off. I'm gonna go ahead and check this. Still foamy, I can see the steam. I mean, this is a very, very warm keg. Take a look in there. Whew. There's some suds. Yeah, but as you can see, it's quite clean inside. Okay, so we've had this sitting on there about a half hour now. Most of it is pretty clean, but there's still some stubborn, stuck-on pieces that we need to address. So, you know, don't feel bad. You know, you can use a brush or a full overnight soak in warm PBW water if necessary. But this got most of the high spots out. I wish I hadn't left the keg sit for so long, or else it would have been clean. But that's the process. So we're going to go through with the remainder of the fermenters we have here. The baby keg, I do want to point out, that's a 2.5 gallon keg. So I've got this long piece, and this shorter one is what I use for that small keg. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to change it out, get that keg going, and then just keep this process rolling. Okay, so taking a look inside of our bucket here, this really isn't too bad. So this is our cleaning solution after we've run through a couple kegs in that carboy. Most of them, you know, if you rinse them beforehand, won't be too dirty. This is about typical. One thing I do want to point out is we're done cleaning now. We're going to change out this water, our PBW solution. We'll change it out for hot water, the same temperature as the solution, and rinse everything. And as soon as we've rinsed everything, it is ready for sanitizing. So we clean with hot PBW solution, we will rinse with hot water, and then we'll use room temperature sanitizer to sanitize everything, cap it, and it'll be ready to go for the next brew.